Welcome, this is Vijay from Dino Code Academy. So in this video, I will show you how to change the background color on click of a button. So let's start this lecture. So switch back to your Android Studio. So I have already created a project. So if you not watched the previous video, the link is in the description, which is used to change the background color through XML. Now in this video, we want to change the background color of this constraint layout on click of a button. Now in this video, we will change the background color of a constraint layout on click of a button. So for that, we need to first specify the ID to this constraint layout. So to do that, just specify here ID, and then just type the random name. So I'm going to type the constraint. So that's what actually we want. Now it's time to fetch the ID of this constraint layout inside the main activity.java file. So here at the top, first you need to declare the variable of this constraint layout class. So type it here constraint. So you can see it's actually automatically pop up. So just press the tab key and then type the object of the constraint layout, or just here type the, and here at the beginning just specify the M and then delete it and specify the capital C. So that's actually, we have declared the object of the constraint layout. Now it's time to initialize the ID to this constraint layout object. So type the M constraint layout is equal to find by ID, which is a method to initialize the IDs inside the activities. So you can see the ID of the constraint layout is constraint layout. Now you can see I have actually fetched the ID of the constraint layout successfully. Now if we want to change the color of this constraint layout on click of a button, so for that we need to place a one button. So just delete this hello text view, and inside of this first we need to place a one button. So just press the, and here just type the close tag so that we can get a root element closing tag of the constraint layout. And instead of that, we need to specify the button. So I'm going to switch to the design tab, click on the buttons, and here select the button and drag it at the center of the screen. Then you need to set the constraint. So the quickest way to do that, just specify here a 0. So this feature is available in the new versions of the Android Studio. So if you are using the older version, then make sure you update your Android Studio. Now it's time to click on the text view. So from there, I can just modify the properties more quickly. And here just type the press, or you can say click whatever you want to just display the text, and just increase the text alignment to center. There's some random properties that I most probably used. I want a darker color, so I just pressing the 3 times 0. Then a text style is going to be bold, and text size is going to be 30 sp. So when we click on this button, and I just want one more thing, all caps, so just simply type here caps, so it automatically gives you text all caps property is going to be false, and then specify some padding. So padding is going to be 20 dp. So yeah, now the button looks good. It's time to give the background color to the button as well. So I'm going to specify the background color for the button is going to be 3 times 0. And then I will be change the color to something like a green. So yeah, now the button looks actually good. Just place it at the little bit below. So on click of this button, we want to change the background color of this constraint layout, or you can say the a background to the layout, or whatever layout you are using, whether it's a relative layout, linear layout, tab layout, or whatever layout that you are actually using. Now it's time to go to the main activity. So I'm actually inside the main activity. So like previously, we have initialized the variable of the constraint layout. We also need to declare the variable of the button. So this is a button, and then here type the bt, and it's going to be a button. So I'm going to name it as click, the name of the text. Now we need to initialize the button inside the onCreate method. So again type the find by ID method. Again a dot and then ID, and the ID of the button is actually a button. I have not changed the ID to the button. Now it's time to set the listener to the button, so that on click of the button we can change the color of the constraint layout, that is our background. So to set the listener to the button, there are 3 ways. We can either use the implements keyword to implement the view.onClick listener interface, or we can also use set the listener directly to the button, and you can also specify the onClick attribute to this button. But I'm going to set the listener directly, so just type it here bt. So not a br, it's actually a bt. So bt click dot set on click listener. So you can see it's automatically appear Then you need to type in new and then a capital view dot on click listener. So it will automatically complete the code for us. Then we need to do what? Inside of that we need to specify the property. So type it here m constraint layout dot set. So here just simply type the set. So here you can see the properties automatically appeared. Now inside of this set background color method, just type the capital color dot and just press the dot, and here just type the capital red and just press the tab key. So this is the red color, but it will doesn't make any change because the background is already red. So we need to change it into green to see whether the color is changed, or I can just simply select the dark gray. So just press the dark gray, and it's time to run the application to see whether the changes is happened to or not. So I'm already fired up my emulator to save a little bit of time. So I'm going to run the application. So now you can see at the bottom the Gradle build is now running. So this is the emulator, and now you will see nothing because this is the same layout that actually you can see inside the activity main.xml file. But on click of the button you will see the background of the color is changed. So I will click on the button. So you can see now the color is actually changed to gray. And if I will select a different color from here, like if I will select the green and again run it, then you can see the color will be changed when I click on this click button. So if I click on this click button, you can see now the color is actually changed to green. So through this you can actually change the color of the button on click of the button. So that's it for this video. You have actually seen how to change the color both ways, by using XML and by using main activity. So in previous video I showed you how to change the color through XML by specifying the background property, and also use the background property inside the button. And if you want to change the color of the button also, then you can just simply specify a color property here, like just simply type here a button click dot set and just here type the background. So you can see now the background color is also appearing, and then again type the color dot and just type the black. So from there you can change the color of the button as also black, but I just not going to use the black because the text is also black. Instead I will be using a white. Now if I will run the application, you will see the changes. The color of the background and also the button will be changed. So now our application is running. So if I click on this button, so you can see the text of the button is actually black, but the background color is changed to white, and also the background color is actually changed to green of the constraint layout. If I will change here a different color, like I will use a blue, and here I will be using a like pink. No, there is no pink color exist, and just a color like yellow. It's a primary colors one, because these are the some standard color name that are always present in every programming languages or maybe every programming packages. So if I will again run it, you will see the changes. So this is my emulator, and when I click on this, so you can see the background color of the button is changes to blue, and the background color of the entire activity is changed to yellow. So that's it for this video. If you like this video, then share it with your friends, and if you are new to my channel, then subscribe to my channel and also press the bell icon so that you can get a notification. And if you are facing any problem, just comment it down below the video. I will definitely respond to your query. And also if you want to give some suggestions, and if you want to request some applications whose tutorial you want to be created, then you can comment it down below the video, or also you can email me, or also you can follow me on social media. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.